What's up, everybody? Brothers, sisters, psychonauts, and seekers of truth. It is Ananka, and welcome to my bazaar. Today, I have a cannabis slash PCP trip report for you. The title of this trip report is Step in the Surreal, and was submitted to Erowid in 2004 by the user Kit's Coma. With all that being said, let our story begin. And CB said unto her, in a cool cat voice, reminiscent of the beatnik era, "Why don't you shut the fuck up and step into the surreal?" And she did, and all was good. When my band came, I knew we were to be smoking. They were to bring what was left of their quarter from the week. My brother and I were to supply what we could find up here. I live in the suburbs of D.C. and had recently moved. My band lived down in VA Beach, so every time we see them, we make it worthwhile. Little did we know what we would find would be a benchmark of all our friendships. It was a Friday, sometime in early July of 2001. Steve-O, his friend Chad, and I were to find some weed. I had been waiting anxiously all week for the kind green bud, and knowing I was with my friends and bandmates made the wait worth it. Friday night came, and we quickly smoked their share of their swag. I got pretty stoned, and we soon created a song in the garage. We watched the movie Secret of Nim. I know I sound like a pussy, but if you ever get a chance to see that movie fucked up, it will send you into a trance. Cartoons kick ass stoned. I'm sorry, it's the truth. After that, we listened to some NIN or whatever. I was fucked up, so what I remember may be a little fuzzy here and there. Unfortunately, the entire time they were down, we had CB, my 4 bandmates, my brother, and my sister, who had recently started smoking to my dismay. Everyone supported her, so I was an outspoken individual. But we all got high, and for a little bit. I got a good 4 hits, so I was blazed. It was average shit, but any bud is good bud. We fucked around with stuff for a few hours, talked, and passed out. We awoke about 11 a.m. My father had just gone off to run some errands, and my friend Kurt was on his way over. He is a non-smoker, but he hung out with us for a few hours. My brother called his hookup. I never really trust people I don't meet, but I was desperate. I went from smoking every day to smoking once for nearly 2 weeks. And for any pothead, that is hell. Okay. He called his friend, and him and Chad took out money to buy some. 2 hours went by. We started to get agitated and paranoid that they got busted. They came back with what we were hoping was a nice quarter of shit. They showed us a fucking dime bag of light green stuff. We would not take it. No, we wouldn't take it. We sent them back to tell the guy we would fuck him up. Steve-O said something about it being laced with PCP. I said bullshit. He just wants to fuck you over. He came back 2 hours later with another bag. Now the waiting began. By that time, it was 3:30 in the afternoon. Fast forward 8 hours. Leatherface took Woody out. The dark, burnt wooden pipe that was our most trusted ally was ready to be put into usage. Slowly behind my barn, it got passed around the circle. I took a good hit. Tastes like spicy earth. I was amazed at the taste. It was totally different. We remembered it had a sliminess to the bud, with a distinct odor, the PCP. Before the crowd got back to me, I started to ramble and walk around. When it hit, it wasn't a set-on like regular weed. It was a zam, you were in. The circle began to talk like a crowd. We were all chatting like a fucking business ground. I got 3 more good hits and began to get mad visuals. We were in an interactive play, and the world was a big TV screen. A white goat was jumping in the field behind our yard, and the stars were all spinning like plates on a stick. Were we fucked up? We all split into 3 groups. I was yelling something like, "We gotta stop, guys. We are fucked up, and we need to go back into the home zone." In translation, I think I said, "We are fucked up and should go inside." With all the hallucinating and sick possession going on, my friend Rice, the guitar player, decided to go get my acoustic. Him and I spent a good 10 minutes on a mission to find it. There was only one problem. My legs had shrunk to 3 inches tall, but they were a big 3 inches. Maybe I shrunk totally. No time. I gotta get the guitar. Upon finding it, we saw the apple tree behind the house, and my barn was a giant mushroom. What a way to be. The world was gone. It was a field, monster clouds, a beach, and a giant mushroom. My world was changed. I was no longer myself. I was something different, something better. My mind went into hero mode. I got my bass while Rice was playing. For 30 minutes we played. Or was it 4 hours? Or 4,000 hours? No use. We played the music of the world. From sad, miserable to fucking paradise. This was our music. We were far beyond control. We wandered back, and to our amazement, everyone was still in the small groups ranting. My sister was being incredibly irritating, and nobody could stand her utter being. CB had the right idea. Why don't you shut the fuck up and step into the surreal? In that cool beatnik voice. I can't even explain the being of this voice. It was amazing. So cool and calm in the face of his annoying adversary. She walked off, but had one more revenge to Dr. Claw. He was feeling down, and to make matters worse, she said in a childish voice, "You know, when a kid doesn't know shit, yet still pretends to be in control." So you mean, you skipped the happy high and went straight into the surreal? We still laugh at her to this day about it. Claw told her to fuck off. Problem solved. Later, I took a walk by myself, to have a walk down the beach in my mind. It was really my pool. I was pondering, what is the fun of drugs? Why are they so fun? Is this some weird game you play by yourself? Why is this so pleasurable? And other questions other stoners I have talked to ponder. Then it dawned on me. It's like reading a book, only you are both the author and the main character at the same time. Reality is blurred. Millions of thoughts ran towards my friends, and I soon walked slowly to them. Not on purpose. I stuttered miserably at my discoveries. But Rice and Leatherface knew what I meant. The rest of the night I cannot remember. We smoked a bit more, and had more adventures best left to the collective subconscious. What I did remember next was me walking alone on that beach in paradise, on a summer day, with a dark blue sky, singing and chanting, "Step into the surreal with me," over and over. PCP made us all very fucked up, and none of the mongoloid effects you read about. I just know I was neither in control nor out of it. I had achieved my glimpse of the Godhead all right. The night soon ended with us walking about, listening to good music, and finally crashing at 9 a.m., still high on the PCP. I felt weird the next day. When they had to leave, we vowed never to forget stepping into the surreal for our first time. The details and the way I told you all this probably sounds terrible, and I probably have a monstrous amount of spelling errors. But Pops is almost home, and I gotta kinda rush this. I do not condone PCP or any drug. The best bet is to either watch yourself or not do it at all. I do drugs for better understanding of myself and to learn and enjoy myself with friends. When it all comes down to it, I would rather have died 5 years earlier, feeling more fulfilled with knowledge, than 5 years later, more dulled with life and with a gap of happy, fun memories. So go grab some friends, step into the surreal, and seek the Godhead. Kid is out. People's names in this have been changed, but you guys know who you are. Band members, friends, and sister. Kit, me, Ash, Rice, Chad, Leatherface, CB, Claw, Kurt, Steve-O, a.k.a. Bucket, my brother. I dedicate this and all things I create to my band. Without you, I would never know the things about the world I know now, and the creative outlet would never be so great. I praise you guys, and keep thinking for yourselves. Alright, everyone. That is the end of our story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Share with us your PCP experiences down in the comments below. Check out the other videos and playlists on my channel, and I will see you in the next one, fam. Deuces.